All right, here we go. You guys, this is my first presentation, so please bear with me. I'm super, super excited to have everyone here tonight, and I am co-hosting with Beth, and I'm going to introduce her in just a minute. But I did want to reach out and say that whoever invited you here, they are super excited for you to hear what we have here, and they truly care about you. So let's jump right in and get started. Sorry, I'm letting people into the Zoom still. We're going to talk about a company called Trinont. And you may have heard of us, but you may not have. Trinont started its journey in the health and wellness space in 2013 as a debt-free company, and they continue to operate as a debt-free company today. What stood out to me about Trinont was their mission. Their mission is to impact 1 billion lives for good in their first 30 years of business. And that's exactly what they're doing. The core pillars of the company are health, wealth, and community. We have won a ton of awards. We have actually been featured in Inc. 500 as the fastest growing company around. I think it's in the world. And I think I said something about awards. We've won a ton of awards. So we are also expanding in different countries. So Sorry. So let's talk a little bit about what Trinont truly is, right? We have a high-end luxury line of high-impact products that cover weight management, metabolic health, cognitive function, women's health, beauty, and so much more. Our products are designed to address health at its core, at the source, I mean, sorry, using clean, science-backed premium formulated products. Our unique products are designed to be highly effective and provide results that can easily be felt and seen. We believe that we can only do this by sourcing premium ingredients and that's how we are able to achieve this goal. And while our formulation process is rigorous, it guides our commitment to creating superior products that so that we can deliver these benefits to you at a quality for your body, the body deserves. Oh, somebody else is trying to get in. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to turn this over to Beth now and let her explain a little bit more about the products. Beth comes with a background of 23 years in corporate HR. She's also a personal trainer and nutrition coach with experience running her own boot camp gym. She brings a level of real life experience that's really hard to find. And what sets her apart from everything is her own journey in health and her autoimmune, her autoimmune issues that she has tried to resolve. She's actually figured those out and is now helping other people do the same thing. All right, Beth, I'm going to turn it over to you so I can stop
Yeah.
fumbling words.
Oh, you're fine. You did great. Thanks so much, Tracy, and such a sweet introduction. You're so kind. Well, my name is Beth. Thank you all so much for hopping on with us tonight because we know time is precious. So we are thankful that you're sharing some with us tonight. We just wanted to share some of the wellness tools that we're loving and using with us just being health nuts in the wellness world, in the fitness world, all the things, because we have a kind of like a line of products basically that align with everybody's goals. So when I found this brand, I was running the boot camp gym. I was working my full-time job, and I was kind of to the point where I was super burnt out. Life was passing me by. I was working like almost like 70 some hours a week. It was insane. I don't even know how I did it. And I stumbled on this brand and didn't think this would be on my bingo card, honestly. I've done these before, not saying that you have to be successful, but basically, I figured, what have you got to lose if it's good products? If it's going to help people, why not? So jumped all in, and the products, the one that got me was the collagen, and liquid collagen is probably one of our top products and also one of the first ones we started with when I found the brand too. I was struggling with a shoulder impingement. If you've ever heard of that, dealt with it, know somebody who has, they are a pain in the side. I could not change a shirt without pain. I couldn't open a door without pain. I could not even demo my workout sessions for my clients because I couldn't even pick up some of the dumbbells. It was defeating in all of the things. I hated it. And it was almost a year. So I tried all the things, dry needling, cupping, KT taping, massage, chiropractic, you name it. I tried it. I was taking a collagen that we were selling at the gym that I thought was working, but I didn't really notice anything. I switched to this liquid collagen, and in less than 2 weeks, the pain was going away. And when you struggle with something for that long, people notice. Clients were asking me, "Oh my gosh, what are you using? Because my back hurts. What are you using? Because my mom's knee hurts." So I knew that if something could help me with something so simple as a sports injury, it was going to help so many people. So we have a product line that covers so many areas depending upon your goals, from core health to weight management to women's health to metabolism to energy to beauty to even just overall wellness and active lifestyles. So here are some testimonies for the collagen. I even threw mine in there in the middle. You can kind of see I'm in a sports bra and leggings. I was tracking macros. I was doing the boot camp workouts. The only thing I changed was the collagen. And you can see, like, I don't have the tired eyes anymore. My hairline is thicker, and there's more muscle tone, and the skin is tighter in my tummy. So that it does all of that and then some. Even just cellulite, it's going to be your best friend. Thinning hair, scarring, acne, and even in the upper left-hand corner too, Russ, he's one of our owners. He is a workout and running nut. He does all of the healthy things and he simply just incorporated the collagen, and you can see the muscle tone and definition changes. It's just insane how well this works. But we have three different options of the collagen. We have a marine powder and liquid and then a bovine liquid. So there's options as far as that goes, but it works for so many things, whether it's joint pain, discomfort, inflammation, gut health, and all of these things as well. It's one of my products that are, it's hard not to share something that helped you so much. And another product that we have that there's a lot of buzz around right now is like in the GLP-1 space. We have the only plant-based version of like basically kind of like the synthetic shot version. It's a two-step system. It is a capsule, like it's a transforming sugar to fiber type enzyme. And then there's also a drink, and that activates the GLP-1 hormone that's already in our body. And it also increases the AMPK enzyme in your body, which helps burn fat. It's kind of like a switch that flips. It boosts your metabolism. So you can see some of the results that people are getting here from gentlemen that lose weight, ladies that are dealing with menopause. Maybe they tried everything and they're just stuck in that weight loss plateau. So many good results here. And we also have a Facebook group. So you don't just have to take our word for it. There is a group with thousands of testimonies in it. So maybe you're struggling with something that we haven't mentioned yet. You can go into that group. You can click the little magnifying glass. You can plug it in there. Anything from like Lyme's to lupus to diabetes to joint pain to celiac to IBS. There's so many stories in there, and we want you to see for yourself. So if you want to be a fly on the wall, get back to the person that invited you, and you can poke around in there. And I actually want to bring Tracy back on because she has an amazing testimony on our digestive enzyme product that basically kind of helps. It's a pre and probiotic that is a raw whole plant food product that helps break down and better digest food and nutrition. So, Tracy, if you want to pop on and share your experience with that, I would love for you to share more.
Okay. All right. So what I'm going to actually do, and of course my screen is not facing down, so I'm going to hold this up here, and I'm actually going to show you how these digestive enzymes work. while I tell you the story. So I might be a little bit distracted, but I will try to get this through really quickly so that we don't waste any time. And I also want to show you how quick these digestive enzymes work. Okay. So if you guys don't know who I am or anything like that, I know a couple people on here know, but I have a 24-year-old daughter who, at the age of 13 years old, was diagnosed with debilitating anxiety, depression, and IBS. And we did all the things, right? We went to the doctors. We, oh my God, the doctors, so many doctors, right? We went on medication. We went to specialists. We did the endoscopy, colonoscopies, and basically, by the age of 15, the doctors washed their hands of her because nothing was working. So I went on this journey. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you guys this is a pudding cup, right? Those craft pudding cups that, like, literally nothing comes out, right? Nothing. Like, literally, I'm holding it upside down. You see the stuff in there. It doesn't come out. And this represents your gut, basically. Okay, it also can represent fats, proteins, carbs, anything that you're putting in your stomach. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one capsule right here and I'm going to break it open and I'm going to put it in here. But anyway, back to Victoria's story. She, so at the age of 15, we started doing nutritionist, different diets, all the things. And by the time she was 17, I'm going to stir this up, just like if it was in your gut, your gut was starting to process things. And these capsules right here, you can usually take 1 to 3 right before you eat, and even during or after, depending on, what's going on. If you forget, like Victoria does all the time. But so I'm going to stir this up. But so we went through this process, and by the age of 17, Victoria stopped going to school because she could not guarantee that she could go a day without her stomach hurting. And she quit school. And, long story short, by the age of 19 and 20, she wasn't able to work a full-time job or anything of that sort because she couldn't guarantee what her stomach was going to do for her. And it caused her so much more anxiety and depression and so on and so forth. So when I started her on the digestive enzymes, it was kind of like on a whim. I was like, we've tried everything. Seriously, I've done the research, blah, 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 right? And I was like, just take it so we can prove it wrong. Literally, the first time she started taking it, her body reacted to it and she regulated immediately. My daughter doesn't go without it now. So, long story short, I keep saying long story short, sorry. She's been on the supplement for 4 years now and is having amazing results. She doesn't go without it because she is just one of those people, her stomach, it doesn't work properly for her, but this has literally changed her life so she can be a human. So as you guys can see, I've been stirring this for just a few minutes, and I know I'm just waiting for it to, we're almost there. I want you to get the good of it to see how quickly it changes this into something that is digestible. The cool thing about these digestive enzymes is there are 11 different types of enzymes in there. So they don't attack, but they process the fats, the carbs, the proteins, whatever you put in your stomach, and they break it down to a bioavailable, your foods down to a bioavailable level so that your body can absorb the nutrients and get rid of the waste without making you go too much. They just regulate you. All right, so here we go. Right? Ready?
Totally liquefied.
Totally liquefied. And that's the beauty of this product right here. It literally is changing so many people's lives. I can tell you 1,000 different stories, but we don't have time for that. So I'm gonna actually let Beth take it back, and she'll probably ask me a few more questions in a little bit.
Yeah, thanks so much for sharing. Like, I never get tired of hearing those stories because they're truly life changing, especially when you struggle with something for so long and then you start getting relief. So with our products too, something I forgot to mention is they are clean. There's no synthetic, there's no additives, there's no sugar, there's no soy, there's no gluten. They are third party tested, GMP certified, like all of the things. I'm super picky with what I take and share with my own autoimmune journey because I'm sensitive to synthetics and any inflammatory stuff. So you don't have to worry about any of that either. So
And I'm going to just say one more thing
yeah.
because it was mentioned that I should say this. We have a third party, not a third party, a transparency policy that is by far the most comprehensive thing I've ever seen in my entire life. It literally tells you down to the smallest thing that is in there so that you know exactly what you're putting in your body.
Yep, totally. What you're getting in the products is on the label, which I appreciate, and I know a lot of people do. If you're a label reader like me, so, if you have questions on the products, if you're curious, you want in that testimony group, get back with the person who invited you here and we can get you in there, get you more information. But we also have a couple other sections of what Trinot is. So, a lot of people love to travel. Maybe they like to travel with their family, maybe they like to travel with their significant other, all that fun stuff. This is a recent addition that we added to Trinot. So, it's a membership, kind of like a Costco membership where you pay a membership each year to get discounted bulk grocery shopping, discounted gas, where the membership like fully outweighs, like you get a lot of massive savings just by having that membership. This is the same thing. So you get discounted travel, hotels, rental cars, cruises, all-inclusive resorts, like you name it, it's on there. There's 850,000 destinations. So if you can't pick from one of those, we need to talk. There's just so much. There's countries and everything on there. But if you stay active for 12 consecutive months, you get a free vacation out of it. And you get to pick from like 3,000 destinations from that. I already have mine picked out and I can't wait. But a lot of fun perks on that as well. And in case you want more information or just a little curious on how that works, we have different membership levels too. And the person who invited you can get you more information on that as well. But you heard my story and you heard Tracy's daughter's story. When you're basically with my gym story too, like people noticed. They had a hard time not noticing with how long I struggled with that. And then all of a sudden, like I started getting relief. That's exactly where the opportunity lies behind this. And I know what you're thinking. It's one of those things. I've already done one of those. I know somebody who did one and it didn't work out. That was me too. I tried 4 other ones and I thought I was the problem. This one is totally different. It is set up for very busy people and they have it set up so you have support. There's tools. It's basically plug and play. Because when I started this, I was running my gym and the full-time job. Insane. There were no pockets of time. It was bathroom breaks and 15 minutes here and there, but you can fit it in. So basically, you can run your business from anywhere. You can run it on your phone, from the beach, camping, from your bed, all of that fun stuff. Super simple and seamless. We have a variety of different ways where you get paid. If you're a little curious on the income side, we get paid by sharing products. So if somebody wants what we're using, or maybe they're struggling with something specific and we help them with what they need to help with that problem, you get commissions on that. And you can receive up to 40% total on that commission volume. And then if you have somebody who wants to join you because they're like, heck yeah, I want to do this too. I want the discounted products and I want to help people. And like, I know people would get this from me or they're already buying it type thing. So why not? You get bonuses on that too. We also have a Jeep stipend. That one's coming up here shortly too, but I want to show you this quick grid. So this is kind of like a short and sweet breakdown of our kind of like our commission structure. So you can say monthly bonus. That is the rank bonus you get for kind of like your team and your volume. Because when you have teammates who are sharing, you get all of that volume as well. So even like Sapphire in the middle there, that's $4,500 a month. That's just the monthly bonus. Plus there's other things on top of that, like the Jeep stipend, your commissions, and all of that stuff too. So pick a number. What would impact your life? What would help? Because I know nowadays everything is so stupid expensive and every little bit helps contribute. So whether you're looking for something to help just cover your products, maybe you want some grocery money to get your vehicle payment off your plate or any of that, all of it's possible here. And me personally, I have been doing this business for almost 4 years now, and my full-time job quit me last year. And I am so thankful that I had this in the mix, not even knowing that I would need it. So there's that too, if you want to replace full-time income. So this is our friend Sarah. She was a paramedic for 17 years. She worked crazy shifts. If you know anybody in that world, she saw her husband basically passing in the night and she was missing out on her kiddo stuff. She took a chance because she had a product experience and she simply threw out a couple posts and it was like history from there. So that's one of her Jeeps. She's got two Jeeps on her account. Her husband has one as well. But there are two different stipends as far as like the levels. The very first core rank of the company, you can earn $350 stipend towards your Jeep. I have never seen that anywhere where the first level people win. $500 once you get a couple ranks up. That's a big deal. What would like getting that vehicle payment off of your plate? You can put that money elsewhere. And then this is probably another one of my favorites, and also one of the things that was totally missing in all of the other things that I have tried. They have awesome training, support, and even just like community events and all of the things. So you can qualify for certain retreats. There's conventions and events, and they have all of that stuff set up. You're never alone, and there's always training and all of that fun stuff set up. So if you're kind of thinking a little bit about the business, you're like slightly curious, these are just a few of our options that basically like you enroll with a bundle. These are deeply discounted. It's the only time you can get them. So depending upon there's variety for every budget. They actually just updated these because we have a new greens powder and they threw that in our new bundle. So the greens is one that has AMPK, so it burns fat, boosts your metabolism, helps with energy and all of that stuff too. So just some options there. And that is something that we can chat about more if you're interested in. But they also have a plan. So when you get started, that there's a plan in your first 30 days and there's bonuses attached to that. So in your first 30 days, you simply can enroll a couple of associates, whether it's people who want the discount on their products, they don't even have to want to share it. Maybe they just want to have a link to share with their friends and family. Maybe you want to set your spouse up with an account because we can double dip here with that too, or kiddos that are 18 and above and then customers. And then once you rank with that volume, you hit Jade and then you qualify for the Jeep stipend. So it's awesome that they have all of that laid out and mapped out for people. So truly you can build the business of your dreams here, whether you're looking for just a little extra income, maybe you want some full-time income. We match whatever pace you want to go. You're in business for yourself, but you're never alone because they have have trainings basically every day. You just hop on Zoom, you can listen in. I sometimes do it when I'm at my part-time job. I'll listen in and it's just we're working together and it's just such a supportive, encouraging community and you earn as you learn. And how fun is that? And Tracy has not shared this yet, but I want to bring her back on for her to share her business testimony because she was another one of those people that swore she was never going to touch one of these things again. And I just want you to share. Tracy, go ahead and hop on and you share it because you'll tell it way better than I can.
All right, of course. Well, long story short, I'm going to try to keep it short for you guys. When I found Trinont, I was done. I mean, literally done with network marketing. Like I can't even tell you how many companies I've joined. I can tell you it's over seven for sure. And I think the one company I made like $72 and I never made that again with that company. And I was just like done. I was going to work my business. And for 2 years, I said no, but I was having a product experience. I started taking the Glow collagen, and people would come up to me and they'd be like, "What are you doing? What's going on? Why do you look so young, so much younger, so much more vibrant? Your hair's getting longer. You're lifting more. You're not complaining because I'm a complainer when things hurt, right? You know?" And I was like, nothing. I'm just working out. I'm getting better. And then I was like, oh wait. Oh my God, I'm taking this collagen. And so for 2 years, I sent my friend's website, the person who I was ordering from, I sent her link to all of my friends to order this collagen because it's absolutely amazing, right? And then I was started struggling with my business. I had opened this personal training fitness business and I was struggling. But the one thing that I was doing is any of the clients that I had, I would refer them to order products, whether it was a probiotic, whatever was going on with them. I would suggest probiotics, B12 vitamins, vitamin D, protein, and so on and so forth. And then somebody said, you should be getting paid for that. And I was like, well, Amazon's not going to pay me. Like, duh, you know? So, and then my friend came to me one more time and she's like, you need to be doing this business. First off, you're referring people to me and you need to make money. So I was like, you know what? I'll try it. So when I signed up, I said the only thing that I would ever be able to sell or share with people was a collagen because that was the only thing that I had an experience with. And then I got my products and I started using them. And in 17 days of my first month, I made $972. And I don't share this part, but I had a conversation with the person who signed me up, and it was a very low moment for me. And she was like, "What would it take? What would make it worth you doing this business?" And at that time, I was like, $20? I don't know. I was freaking out, literally freaking out. So we agreed upon a number of 500, right? Because she said that was definitely doable in the first month at the level that I was probably going to put the effort in. I made $972 my first month in 17 days. And I cried. I cried because I had never been with a company that supported me, number one, that made it simple for me, and I actually got paid. I like got paid immediately. I got a Jeep stipend my first month, and it's just gone on from there. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I love it. I love it. Those stories never get old. Literally, like that's life changing and not even trying and she earned that much money. So, oh, yeah, I got chills. So, I so appreciate everybody hopping on tonight. And no matter what you're here for, maybe you're interested in products. Maybe some people popped into your mind of like, oh my gosh, somebody could use this or that. Or maybe you want to poke around in the testimony group and just kind of see for yourself what other experiences people are having. Or after hearing Tracy's story, or even just any of it on, and you're just a little curious, get back with the person who invited you and they'll hook you up with some information and answer your questions. Because either way, we'd love to help you, whether it's customer, product, or whatever. But we so appreciate your time tonight and hanging out with us. And we hope to connect with you soon. Thanks so much, everybody. If you've got questions, feel free to pop them in the chat. We are happy to help.